So we start off with a full body shot of Imu looking like an absolute demon. White dots all over his body, skulls with horns on his lower half, rings around his belt area with that black flame with eyes thing going on, kinda like what we see with Mihawk, and black flames just trailing off him. The building he lands on seems to be in a western village, and Broggy and Dory are right there. He looks at them and goes, "Where is the king of this country?" But these two are not cowards at all. They question back who he even is and make it clear there is no king in Elbaph. Imu is not happy about that answer. Then out of nowhere he spots Summers being held by Gerd, and he just asks what does Summers think he is doing, then jumps over and chops her fingers clean off to free him. Just like that. Seeing this happen, Hadruddin and Stanson, the giant from Sabadi who we saw back in the day with Silver's Rayleigh, are both ready to throw hands with Imu. But Hadruddin moves too fast on emotion and goes straight at him. Stanson senses something is wrong and kicks Hadruddin out of the way just in time, saving him from the slash Imu through in literal milliseconds. But the trade-off is that Stanson could not get his leg out of the way in time, and it gets cut clean off. Man, Imu is not chilling at all. This whole thing is giving me JJK vibes with how fast fingers and legs are getting chopped off. One Piece is getting a little darker with Imu around. Zoro sees all of this and immediately wants smoke. He goes in with Inu Santoryu, Rengoku Onigiri, one of his serious named attacks, and Imu just blocks it with the tip of his tail. Then Imu creates this small black flame, similar to the one on his back, and just swats it at Zoro. It is like a bullet, and blood sprays out. Zoro got cooked. Then he uses the same move on Hadruddin, who could not even dodge in time. But this time, instead of a bullet, it just nukes the whole area. Big explosion. So the same attack does completely different things depending on what Imu wants it to do. That is kind of terrifying when you think about it. Now this black flame he is using, it seems connected to that awakening ring circle thing on his back with the eyes on it. These attacks are called Omen. I'm still not entirely sure how the ability fully works, but what happens next makes it even more interesting. He gives an Omen flame to Summers, and Summers just heals immediately on the spot. Bro Imu is out here shooting reversed cursed energy at this point. Then Imu transforms slightly. Two big black bird-like wings come out of his back, and he just flies over to where Gumko is frozen. He changes his spear into a cannon and fires the black fire at the ice block. Another massive explosion. Then he just keeps flying like it is a normal Tuesday. Does I even look back to see if Gumko is free or okay or anything? He just moves. He arrives where killing him got beaten up and gives him the Omen flame to heal him too. Sanji sees what is happening and attacks Imu immediately with a kick. Now if I have not mentioned this yet, Imu is described as being roughly the same size as Kaido or Big Mom. Many giant sized. So this is not some slim mysterious figure. This guy is massive. Imu just blocks Sanji's kick with the sole of his foot, like it was nothing, then spins around and kicks Sanji back with his leg coated in black flames. Big explosion, and then Sanji just vanishes from the panels. We have no idea what happened to him yet. That said, considering Sanji's survival feats and the exoskeleton upgrade he got from his father's experiments, it is very likely he survived or will heal up incredibly fast. Maybe even before Zoro gets back up. But we genuinely do not know yet. As soon as Imu puts his leg back down, Loki just appears. He is staring Imu down, looking absolutely furious, filled with anger and hate. Imu speaks first. He says Mu is looking for the person responsible for the murder of his servant Harald. 14 years ago, Loki gets even more angry and says Harald was not his servant. He was the king of Elbaph, and he was his father. The final page is them standing face to face, squaring up. Loki has his hammer Ragnir in hand. The whole area is filled with dark clouds and lightning, which could be Conqueror's Haki, or it could be Imu's doing. Hard to say. Imu says, much hardship would have been avoided if thou were not here. And Loki just fires back that Elbaph is the one place he would always be, and to hammer that in his brain before he does it himself. Chapter ends there. No break next week. I cannot wait to see how this fight plays out. Something big has to happen. We cannot be having the final confrontation with the main villain of the entire series this early. So either there's some kind of stalemate, or someone shows up to change things. Shanks pulling up to push Imu back would be crazy. Or, and hear me out, what if Blackbeard shows up? He has his own reasons to go against the world government and against Imu specifically. that would completely flip the arc on its head. Drop your theories in the comments. Let's keep each other busy until next chapter drops. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content, and I will catch you in the next one.